Hey guys, good morning. It's Pete once again. Thought I'd do another morning thoughts broadcast. I rode a little further today to get to a spot that I really like. It's called the Campbell Creek Trail, and it runs the entire length of Anchorage from south to north, north to south. And it follows a beautiful, beautiful river that there's salmon in, and I just really like it. It's a nice long ride, and a good place to have some morning thoughts. So with that in mind, one thing I was wanting to say was I've had some really some good conversations with folks over the weekend, and I just want to say thanks. That was enjoyable. It's nice to take a break from doing projects and keep up a conversation. I like that. I like thinking. Anyway, one thing that was on my mind was just thinking about the whole financial system and the markets and what's going on with all of that. I kind of alluded to that on my last morning chit chat, and what I kind of feel about it, aside from all the corruption, is I don't know, but it was explained to me when I was very young that stocks were shares in companies that exist that actually sell real tangible goods and services. And it seems to me they've just created things, like derivatives and that whole scheme. And it's like most of the market's built up on stuff that doesn't even exist, which really makes no sense to me at all. I really don't. I don't dig that. And I think the reason we got caught up in the whole mortgage thing was we just simply ran out of money for people to steal. They had to just invent it. So I think there's just absolutely nothing left for bankers and elite folks to take. So I think that's endgame. I think they've taken all they want, and it's soon to be time for shutdown, which I personally think is an opportunity. I'm going to look at it positively and think that maybe that's a good thing. Maybe it's a reboot, and what we'll have as a result of it will be more sensible. And personally, I'd like to see that stocks and bonds and things are traded based on real, honest to goodness value. That when you cash it in, you get something. And when they say, somebody actually had the temerity to say that, well, money's backed by the Federal Reserve, gold and silver's not backed by anything. I think that's just absolute insanity. Totally. Who the F would say that? Somebody who's profiting, I guess, from the current system. But anyway, yeah, I think maybe if we did go to gold and silver as well, to tangible items of monetary value. They say, well, there's not enough gold and silver. Well, just make smaller amounts more valuable. I wouldn't mind carrying around something the size of a dime that's worth 10,000 bucks. You can always divvy that up. It's easy to measure, its quality and have it assayed and see where the value is, how much pure gold there is. Oh shit, shit. Whew, mud. It's hard to ride with one hand. Excuse me. I like this spot, it's right under a bridge. Look at that morning mist. Anyway, so I've been thinking about the market and how I think soon it's all just going to evaporate, just like this morning dew here, evaporating. And I hope what comes out of it is something that is based in reality. I wish our country were more like the turn of the century, where most folks were living on farms and happy to have their hands in the dirt and making real value for themselves and their lives. And that's something I'd like to see a return to, something I wouldn't be afraid of. I'm hoping to move to a remote part of Alaska, build a little cabin, do my artwork, and just kind of get away from it all for some years. Who knows, maybe the rest of my life. Wouldn't be a bad way to finish up. Anyway, thought I'd leave you here. Hope you're all well, and talk to you later. Bye.